Welcome to Ballreich's Potato Chips, Tiffin, Ohio's favorite potato chip. Here's a slideshow to give you some insight on how we make our delicious potato chips. Potatoes are brought in from many different states and local farmers. A semi-load of potatoes averages about 50,000 pounds. The semi-trailer holding the potatoes is unloaded using a hydraulic lift system. The lift maxes out at an approximate 40-degree angle. The doors of the trailer are opened only partially using a chain to secure the doors so the potatoes can unload at a steady pace. The quality of the potatoes are inspected as the potatoes are being unloaded. Unloading takes approximately 20 minutes. The potatoes roll into the factory down a chute and up a conveyor where they gather into a large potato bin. Temperature is very important even at this stage, for if a potato gets chilled, it will convert its starch to sugar, and when we fry it, the potato will caramelize, making a dark-colored chip. The potatoes enter their first cleaning rinse and then are moved to upstairs production using a hydro-lift system. The peelings and scraps are then recycled and used as portions of feed at local hog and dairy farms. The newly peeled potatoes are rinsed again before pouring out into the upstairs production room. Using special conveyors, the excess wash water is allowed to escape. 2 or more employees oversee this part of the production line. The peelers, as they are called, cut out by hand any dark spots or imperfections in the potatoes as they pass this quality checkpoint. Then, using a screw auger, the potatoes are moved up and into the slicers. A cutting wheel inside the slicer is approximately 14 inches in diameter with 8 cutting blades. Each blade has a ripple shape that creates our signature marcelled look. The term marcelled is derived from the 1920s women's hairstyle. Once sliced, potatoes are again churned in a wash bin 8 feet in length to remove excess starches before cooking. Once leaving the wash bin, the potato slices are then sprayed with water to help remove any of the remaining starch on their surface. Timing is critical on the production line to produce a great product. All parts must be working in sync for the best results. The potato slices are then bounced dry using a shaking table conveyor to remove excess water before entering the cooker. The cooker comes next, 30 feet in length, using approximately 8,000 pounds of potatoes and approximately 1,000 pounds of hydrogenated soybean oil per hour. Paddles push the chips forward while another conveyor in the cooker keeps the chips held under the oil to be sure they are cooked properly. Using our specific time and temperature settings, the chips are almost complete. Chips coming out of the cooker are extremely hot, almost too hot to eat. The excess oil is absorbed into the chips as they travel up a conveyor to the salt machine. The salt machine is where extremely fine salt grains are mechanically sprinkled on the chips before they cool. After leaving the salt machine, the chips travel past another quality checkpoint. At this checkpoint, unsatisfactory chips are removed by hand by employees called pickers. The chips then fill stainless steel trays that act like an old water wheel, transporting chips to the conveyor above. The trays move the chips up one after the other, dropping the chips onto another conveyor belt above, before traveling back down to make another round. At this point, the chips are filtered into 6 different sacking machines on the production line. An optical meter reads the amount of chips coming through each sacking conveyor. To add flavoring to our chips, like barbecue, a special seasoning is filtered, then poured into a seasoning machine. The amount of seasoning can be adjusted. We can go lighter or heavier to produce just the right amount of flavor on the chips. The chips then fall into separate scales that weigh and drop the chips at different rotations into the sacking machines below. These sacking machines fill products based on the size needed. At the maximum, they can fill about 60 1.5-ounce bags per minute. The bag film arrives on large heavy rolls and is stored carefully. The film roll is mounted on the machine using a special lift and weaved through the machine like thread on a sewing machine. The sacking machine pulls from the roll to shape the film into a tube called a former, which seals the back and top of the bag. The sacking machine is in perfect synchronization with the scales above, so the correct amount of chips is put in every bag. The top of the bag is sealed and cut, and the finished bag drops through a chute in the floor. The sacking machine has its separate chute where bags travel down and land on a turntable in the packing room. At this location, employees randomly check the weights of the bags, checking pricing and other bag characteristics before packing into cases. Exact case quantities are very important for resale and for our inventory. We then move the finished packed product into a warehouse where we use a first in, first out system to keep products fresh. Ballreich's distributors can pick up the products at our warehouse where they can load it onto their trucks. Other Ballreich's distributors with their own warehouse locations have their products delivered to their warehouse by our semi. Ballreich's distributors then deliver to stores throughout Ohio and surrounding areas, where customers like you can purchase your favorite potato chips. Along with potato chips, Ballreich's also offers a large array of snack products. You can also order our chips and snacks online at www.ballreich.com or call 1-800-323-CHIP to have them shipped right to your door.